up, guys? Today is the day that we finally put the GTI exterior back together. Super exciting. If you guys saw my last video, spent several days getting this paint looking awesome and turned out really nice. And now we get to put all of it back together. Really excited. This part is the part that I really enjoy, just getting all this nice. Started out by this morning, used this SEM trim black, sprayed the mirrors, which were super faded. The flares were the same way, and I really love that. It gives a very natural finish to it. The bumper ends there turned out really nice. Also sprayed the rest of the bumper trim over here, and all of that's really awesome. So sprayed that. I did run out of paint, and I picked up this Rust-Oleum matte finish here, which I'm going to spray on the rocker moldings and also the brackets for the bumpers. You guys saw in the beginning of my time lapse there, I got the GTI grill striped, which I am very happy with how that turned out. I saw some guys doing it on Facebook and was like, hey, I want to try this myself. So what's the recommended paint is actually the flat grapefruit, I think it is, from testers. And that works out really good because the GTI badge is actually almost a little bit orangish red. It's actually not quite bright red, which I had gloss red at home there from when I used to build model cars as a kid. So I just use that super close. I'll show you guys once it's on the car there. But yeah, actually worked really good. I used the gloss red, which flat would probably be better. It is plenty shiny, but then again with this fresh badge from MK1 Auto House, this is pretty shiny too. So that's really cool. I get to show you guys finally some parts. I've had this for probably 6 months. Got that from MK1 Auto House. It's really sweet reproduction there. It's identical to the factory one, and they're not that expensive. Got a black badge. The one that came on the car was chrome, and GTIs are supposed to have that. So got that. I got this gas cap thanks to Seb from Cool's German Auto, because it had like a stainless one on, which we had to do that right, and just a bunch of little things like that, like license plate lights, just random things like that. So gotta get this all put back together. If you guys have been watching, trying to get this thing ready for MK1 Madness, which I'm working on another GTI video right now, so until I get this out, it's probably gonna be almost MK1 Madness, but we got about a week from when I'm filming this, so gonna quick try and kind of rush things here and get it going. Really excited to get this thing back on the road again. So hang on for the ride. By the end of this video, this car will look totally different, and I'm super pumped to see how it's gonna turn out. Alrighty guys, shout out to my wife for helping me. This was definitely difficult. So we did the other side the other night as soon as I finished waxing, and that turned out really nice. I was really happy with that. By the way, quick sneak peek at that seat. It's really sweet. But anyhow, this one here was definitely a lot harder. I'm not sure why, it just didn't go quite as good. So the wrapper here wasn't cut straight, and so the other one I just put the wrapper just above the body line and then got it there, which this one here I got kind of low, which is fine. You're never gonna notice that. Got some bubbles I need to work out, but overall, really happy with it. I got this striping kit from Rabbit Parts on Instagram. Dude, totally hit them up. I think the striping kit off MK1 Auto House is like 80 bucks or something like that, which I was gonna actually get that one, but then they've been out of stock for forever. And found out that MK1 Parts reproduces these things, and they shipped it to me for 45 bucks. So big shout out to them. It's just super nice. Looks 100% OEM. It fits, it's like totally identical, and it's kind of a matte finish to it that looks really good. So big shout out to them. Really good part. And if I need more stuff from them, I'm definitely gonna get that. It's once again, I think it's called Rabbit Parts. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen here in case I got the wrong name. Alrighty guys, so got some pieces for the front end of the car painted and drying right now. So we're gonna put this rear bumper on here now. So just showing you guys a little bit what I did here. So these brackets here, I have them off here and I sprayed them. They came out really nice. One other thing to note is that I'm using this PFC here on all my bolts. I'm gonna spray a little bit on the threads and things so I put them back together. I'm reusing them because they're not that bad. They were super tight, and so it'll lube them up real good and make them real easy to pull out next time. Alrighty guys, so rear bumper is on. Very happy with how that looks. It's far from perfect, but with all the plastic looking fresh there, that really cleans it up really nice. Very, very happy with how that looks. Just how clean that is, matched with the flare and stuff. Like, that's just gonna look really good. So, got this rear Rabbit GTI badge going here. That is gonna look killer there and really finish this out well. You guys can see I have a bunch of taillights here, so gonna try and figure out how to do this. These are the ones that came on the car. These are really crappy. And these two I think I'm gonna put on here. This one is about perfect. It's gross, but that'll clean up very nice. This one here is nice too, except for the reverse over here. You guys can see it's all cracked around there, and that's not nice. So, gonna somehow figure out how to pop that off. It's, I guess it's glued on there. I don't know, I never took one of these apart, but we're gonna somehow pry that off and then try and swap this over off this one. So, this one will be the practice one, and then somehow gotta get that one off here without destroying it. So we'll see how this goes. Alrighty guys, so got this one off here and like destroyed it, but that's okay because that was a bad one. And you guys can see I'm not really sure. I guess it just uses that to glue on there, but it almost feels more like a gasket. So that one was stuck on there really good. And then this was the one that was on there, and that actually came off really nice. Very happy with that. After that first one, I thought for sure I'd destroy that. So I just slowly just pried around the whole thing. I peeled the gasket on the back, and yeah, that's really awesome. After getting that other one off here, I realized this light is not quite as minty as I thought. You guys can see it's actually, well, maybe you can't see that real well, but it's kind of busted inside there and actually pulling apart. So while I have this all off here, I'm just gonna glue that and just put a little bit of weight on it or something and let it go for a while so I can hopefully glue this all back together. And then we'll also stick this on here. And I think once it's all glued together, it's kind of an area that shouldn't get bumped too much. It should be totally fine, but I want to secure that good while it's all off here. Gonna clean it up real good so that glue can even adhere to it, and then gonna like polish these things like crazy, and I think we can get them looking pretty. Next up, got the front end. So right here we got the bumper, and then this is the trim piece right here that goes, the bumper is on the bottom and then the grill is right above. It has that trim piece in the middle. As far as I know, I think this is for 84 only. So I repainted that this morning. Also resprayed these, like these headlight bezels. This one here was cracked, so I glued that, and yeah, it seems like it's pretty sweet. Gonna stick that all in. Got the gas cap resprayed and all that, so that'll be real sweet to get all that back on there. Guys, got the front end done here and it looks absolutely awesome. Very happy with how that turned out. Super sweet. Just giving you guys a little bit of a glimpse here. So don't worry, I have like the bump stop things here that go on here. I need some new hardware. I used up all my good nuts and some of them are just really rusty. I want to replace them, but yeah, got everything else on here. Got the sweet bumper ends. This trim is painted. This bumper here is definitely not awesome. It's still huge improvement, like I said, to like that one was on there. So big improvement, but still that's gonna need some attention sometime. But hey, these got this all on here. Put the clear turn signals back on. I was back and forth about that. So I do have some factory ones here, which I do like the look. I like this a little bit more, I think, just because it's a little bit different, but it still looks fairly, you know, OEM plus. And then I started looking at the one I got here, and actually the studs busted off. So I was like, well, that answers that question. Just now you guys can see a bit more what I did. I told you guys I painted this by hand here with the Tester's model paint. Like I said, I use gloss red, which is a little bit too bright and definitely gloss a little bit much. You don't think about that much, but it is plenty shiny. I think the one that guys recommend is flat grapefruit. I'll double check and put it on the screen, but I think that's what it is. You guys can see here, this badge here from MK1 Auto House. You can see it's slightly more orange and not quite as shiny, but hey, I had the paint here and it does not look bad at all. Very, very happy with that looks. Let's have the bump stops on. That's gonna look really good. So coming together very, very well. I am super excited about this. Gotta get the wipers on yet. I'm gonna do something about this hole here, mirrors, and yeah. Oh, I forgot about the lights back here. Just gonna come and check here. My little setup here. So I glued this thing earlier and looks like it's holding pretty good. So that's super exciting. I'm gonna get these things cleaned up and stick them on, and that'll finish out the back here really well. So working on this rocker molding here, you guys just saw me do the other side because I wasn't exactly sure how this works here. Got these sweet clips from MK1 Auto House. Wasn't sure how that thing in the middle works, but actually what happens is you push it in the hole there, just like I have all these mounted, and then right here I just push it in there and it flares it out so that it can't come back out, and that is really sweet. It works really nice. Then I just put it on here and put it at an angle. I got the top latched on first and then just kind of pushed it down, and it just pops on fairly easy. Really happy with how they turned out. I sprayed them with the Rust-Oleum matte black and cleaned them up really nice. And it's really nice. They're actually kind of bendy that you can lay them really nice and smooth, and it really adds a nice flair to there. Well guys, the GTI is out of the garage and it looks absolutely amazing. I am just so pumped about how this thing turned out. It looks so good. I love that fresh badge on there. Finally having nice taillights on the car. Like, everything's just so nice. It's so good. So I'm just super pumped. The last few hours here, I've been just cranking, trying to get things done. So I did not do a lot of vlogging or explaining. So if you guys have questions, just hit me up. I got parts off a lot of different websites through Sebcool and things, and yeah, so hit me up if you guys have questions. Smash that like button if you guys appreciate seeing MK1 GTI getting rescued, and next video we'll get it on the rest of the interior together, and then we're gonna have this thing at MK1 Madness in roughly a week from now. So super excited. I just can't explain how happy I am right now. Been working on this car for like literally the last year trying to get it here, and yeah, so this is so exciting. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one. Catch you guys next time for some more MK1 fun. Peace.